What is going on, guys? We are back with game 2 between the Lefties and Hiye. If you missed game 1, you can go back. I uploaded that. That's my latest upload. You can check that out. And yeah, this is a team that Ricardo made that Lefties is using, I'm pretty sure. He might have changed some sets. Volcarona is a big threat to this team if it's the correct set, especially like Psychic. Regular Psychic can beat Packs, but if it's Psychic Z, that's even more scary for the Packs, obviously. Yeah, so these sets are the Coco is Z move, Z Wild Charge with Roost, Taunt, and U-Turn if I recall correctly. The Mew was originally Will-O-Wisp, Rocks, Softboiled, and Earthquake. But he could have changed it to Rocks, Landorus. If he changed it to Rocks, Landorus, then the Scissor could be SD. The Scissor was Defog, Roost, U-Turn, Bullet Punch before. But he could have made it SD Scissor, like I said, and put Defog on the Mew. So the Kyurem was Specs. I don't know if he kept that or if he made it like Life Up or Z-Move Kyurem and changed the Coco set to like Specs. That's an option. But the Coco set is in general really nice with Taunt and Z-Move. And it has a really nice matchup versus Stall, unless they have Scarf Dougie. It's just one of... It just helps so much. This team would otherwise struggle a bit versus Stall if it didn't have this Coco. The Lando Scarf, I don't know if he made it Rocks Lando, or like I said, or if he still has Rocks on Mew. It's U-Turn, HP Ice, Earthquake, and then either Rocks or Stone Edge. Explosion is another option on Scarf Lando. So Lefties either with a Kyurem is a big threat. If it's HP Fire still. We'll see now if it's Specs or Life Orb. I assume Hiye was just gonna go hard into his Tapu Fini here. Because even if he goes for the Fusion Bolt, predicting that, it's at -1. So he's gonna eat it up. He gets in a Fini on Ice Beam. So since this is at -1, Lefties doesn't want to lose his Kyurem to a potential Moonblast. So I see Lefties switching here into either Coco or Pax. As yeah, Hiye just for Nature's Madness. I think he expected the Pax to come out. So what I would do here, the Ferrothorn is really obvious, right? You can either taunt or you can double. If you have HP Fire, you can double into Kyurem. You can taunt. U-Turn is fine as well, but then you take the Iron Bubs, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Yeah, like the Coco can still roost on like the potentially on the Ladi or on the Tapu Fini, but it's still a bit annoying. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but Hiye's land is obviously Scarfy. U-Turn out on the Kyurem turn 1. So his Greninja is... I don't know if his Greninja is sad. We will see that later. Definitely not Scarf Greninja. It's funny, like Lefty's team is weak to Volk, but Hiye's team also, opposing Volcarona, can also shred that team. Like if it's Scarf, Lando doesn't outspeed Volk at +1, and Greninja is not a like good answer. And if it's not Scarf, like it just dies to Giga Drain. And if it's a Water Shuriken, it doesn't do enough. If the Volk has a Quiver, it ends up. Okay, so like it's funny what I meant. Like Hiye has a Volk, but opposing Volk can also just shred him with. Just I don't know. People haven't been prepping for Volk lately, that much lately. But yeah, we got Lefty's options here is either go into his Rocker, trade Rocks because their pressures are high to defog. He doesn't like Rocks up for his Volk. Lefty's also doesn't like Rocks because of the Kyurem, obviously. And in general, Rocks are just annoying. So he goes into Lando. Unless this is HP Fire Lando, the only reason to go to this is just to trade Rocks. I don't know if this means that he doesn't have HP Fire on his Kyurem because he didn't go to it. Yeah, his other option to threaten the Pharaoh would be like SD Scissor, but I'm pretty sure he's just defog U-Turn Sith. The way this has been played. So now he goes on the Pax on the lead sheet, I assume. Hiye obviously doesn't want to get burned with his Ferrothorn, so he's gonna switch out here in the Tapu Fini. I could see Lefty's going for a T-Spike or just a Scald trying to, yeah, like T-Spikes is fine, but he goes for Scald. Like I would have liked the Toxic Spikes play because Hiye is never gonna risk his Pharaoh getting burned there, because Pharaoh's a nuisance and it's just really nice to have Pharaoh around for the Coco. So he does taunt, so that's a good play on Lefty's predicting the taunt, so he can't go for T-Spikes. And he goes hard land on the predicted taunt. U-Turn into Pax on a Nature's Madness, I assume. You can go back into Lando on a taunt here, but he keeps taking Rocks damage, which is a bit annoying. You can also go Coco on a taunt. Coco on a taunt would have been a godly play because then he could roost next turn. But he goes just back into Lando. I assume he's eventually going to start off-quaking this Tapu Fini, as the Fini just goes for Nature's Madness, I assume. Yeah, because he just keeps Nature's Madnessing in case in case he went back into Toxapex. Moonblast doesn't do shit to that. And yeah, Peck's not having Black Slash because Ducky's still in the tier. They are one chat shell. That's a bit annoying for Peck. So like Nature's Madness can still be really annoying for Peck even though it has regen. So yeah, the U-turn from Lefties is kind of obviously to grab momentum predicting Hiye's U-turn. So if Hiye predicts that he can go for Earthquake and get some really nice damage on the Scizor. The Scizor would then be really low after rocks. But I would, if I was Lefties, I would also probably go for U-turn. So I just like if Hiye goes for Earthquake, he has a really nice play. I mean, Earthquake was fine there anyways, unless if it was SD Scizor was really threatening, yeah. But it depends. We don't know yet if Hiye has HP Fire on his Greninja, or like if he has like he could have still threatened the. If the Scizor went for SD there and next turn for Roost, Hiye could have then gone hard into either Volcarona or his Gren to like threaten it with a potential HP Fire. I don't know why he left these Earthquake there. I feel it was pretty free. Like U-turn was pretty free there. I feel he goes on the Pex here. I don't know. This Lati's probably Bulk Beam, recover Defog. We don't know. It could be a Reflect type. I don't think it's Calm Mind if it showed Ice Beam. So the T-Spike would be fine here. Or scouting for a T-Bolt. Yeah, scouting for a T-Bolt. So he goes in the Kyurem. I don't know if he breaked the Fiend. That was a really good play though. It worked out really well for him. This would be the perfect turn to go for HP Fire if you have it. And predict the Pharaoh and catch it on the switch. That would be a god play. Because Hiye is definitely not staying in here on a potential Fusion Bolt. He's either going Land or Pharaoh here. And I think Pharaoh's obviously his better mid, like risk free. Yeah. Unless it's HP Fire. If it's HP Fire, Lefties is a god. So he does show that he's Roost. So we still don't know if he has HP Fire. So if Hiye is smart, he's gonna scout for HP Fire here. Megalati doesn't run Dragon Step, so he uses his Greninja to scout for HP Fire, which is a good play. Otherwise, he could have obviously scouted by going Lati there. Actually, now Greninja was a better play in case Lefties went for Ice Beam. Lati was never the play, even if it had a move to hit this, because Ice Beam would obviously do way too much and bop that mon. But yeah, I don't know what if Lefties is gonna go to Pex to scout this, or if he's just gonna Roost here to see if this Gren is like probably no Ash. I don't know. This only shouldn't be Scarf Gren. He already showed Scarf Lando. So he goes hard Lando. I think he predicted the Toxapex, but their Roost works out fine for Lefties. I don't really see how high he can threaten this Kyurem. Like, he's either gonna U-turn out here, or he's gonna Explosion to do a lot to this Kyurem. Like, Lefties can either go for Lefties can predict the Pharaoh Sound / the Feeny. I think Ice Beam is fine play for him. But if he fears an explosion, I don't know if they would Oko. He can switch into Mew. Or just in general, even if he doesn't want to get his Kyurem weakened by Stone Edge. Stone Edge, actually, yeah, Stone Edge. I didn't think about Stone Edge. Stone Edge will do a lot, and I don't know if Lefties is minus defense. So he might just want to go into his Mew here, because obviously his Scizor is too weakened to go into Scizor. Lando is also too weak, and then he doesn't want to take another round of rocks, and Pex obviously is not the play in case Earthquake comes out, which it shouldn't. U-turn, Stone Edge, and Explosion are the options here for if you ask me. I mean, if you predict Stone Edge, you would just switch. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking he could Roost, but yeah, Explosion should not kill, but he gets a crit. That sucks. This Mew is really bulky. Ricardo likes, if this is the Ricardo team and got passed to Lefties, and he just changed the Kyurem to Life from specs, and he kept everything else the same, then this Mew is super defensive. Ricardo likes Fat Mew. I'm a big fan of Fat Mew. I've used some Ricardo teams before. I don't like that speedy Mew that some people use. Like, sometimes speed for Zygarde is cool, but some people use even more speed, which I don't really like. I don't know what happened here. Chat froze for a second, but I think we Gucci again, yeah. So this is a dead switch here. What Hiye has to do is, I think Greninja is a really good play for Hiye here, depending on his set, obviously. Yeah, he goes into Greninja. Like, it covers a lot of options depending on the set. Like if it's Water Shuriken, it covers the Scarf Lando. Leftiez is never gonna stay in here on a potential Water Shuriken. I mean, he might, but it's a bad play. You should always go into Toxapex to scout the set here. I mean, he can predict Hiye to predict the Dark Pulse, but I just... Even if Hiye goes for Dark Pulse and Leftiez goes to Pex and takes a huge hit, he can still go... I don't know how else his Coco is. I think his Coco is at 38 if I recall correctly, so he can't really pivot on the Dark Pulse then. But I still think risking the land on a potential Water Shuriken is never the play here. But yeah, if this is Ash and he breaks correct, this gets a kill. I don't know why Lefty stayed in. It's Ash and he went for Water Shuriken. Hiye's play was fine there in case he stayed in, but I don't like staying in. I mean, Pex was at 56 plus 33. Pex was at 77 after rocks, if I call correct. So it would have been a bad situation for Leftiez anyway, because if he went for Dark Pulse. But if he, yeah, like it would have worked out fine because he just went for Shuriken. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Leftiez predicted him to go for Dark Pulse there, and it didn't work out. So this puts Leftiez in the back. The Gren just got an Ash from off, which means that now it beats the Coco, and Water Shuriken is just really threatening. His only play here is Kyurem or Pex. He's obviously probably gonna go into the Toxapex because he doesn't want to take rocks on Kyurem. I mean, he has Roost on Kyurem, but still. So I assume he's gonna go Pex and get up a T-Spike here. I don't know, Leftiez. If Volcarona comes ever comes out on his Scizor or on his Pex, I know rocks are, but the Vol can still win. And this Greninja just became a big threat, like I said. What else? Scizor is super low. It only heals on a Ladi and on a... I guess it heals on a Pharaoh, but I would get seeded in the process, and it has to take rocks every time. Yeah, I think Pex is the play here. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe internet problems. Yeah, Toxic Spike to force Hiye the defog. Because Toxic Spike would help him with the Volcarona and the Ash-Greninja and the Feeny, obviously. So that Hiye would be really tempted to go hard Feeny and defog them away. And that would get rid of the rocks on Lefty's side, and at least the Kyurem doesn't have to take rocks anymore then. Yeah, shout out to Matt Houston for the background music, by the way. I'm gonna change it up a lot. Like I used him in a few recordings, but I'm also gonna use other music again, obviously. From Glitch City and from other YouTubers, other music channels, however you say that. So he decides to go to Kyurem, which is also a fine play. Like Kyurem or Pex, both were the only plays there. I think he just goes hard for Ice Beam here. Yeah. And Volk's gonna eat that up. I guess Hiye decided he's not gonna. He doesn't need a Volk to win this game. Ash-Greninja alone just puts so much pressure. Like everything dies to Dark Pulse at this point. Yeah, I don't see how Leftiez can win. Yeah, like the Coco is, and I think 76 after Rock still gets bopped by Dark Pulse, which means Hiye doesn't even have to go for like risk a pump miss or go for Shuriken, which would let the Pex in. Yeah, this game is just over. I haven't realized that Greninja is just such a big problem. The Kyurem just took the rocks around, so the Hiye is just gonna keep attacking here, so that the Kyurem can't like roost off. He's just gonna Fire Blast here. Quiver is also fine play, I guess. I don't know, but if I like the Quiver play, but it worked. Nah, Quiver was fine as well, yeah. I should not question Hiye the God. I think he was in top 4 last time. I've already mentioned this in my game 1, I think. But yeah, if this is Psychic, the Pex says goodbye and the game ends right here. But if not, he can go for Haze, and I guess he's just gonna Fire Blast or HP Ground if he doesn't have Psychic. But yeah, it's just a matter of time when Ash-Greninja comes in and starts spamming Dark Pulse. The game is over anyway, because Kyurem has to take another round of rocks, so it's like 100% in range. So he switches into Coco, which is a good play to get Regenerator. I think he predicted the Z Psychic move there, and he wanted to waste it, but it didn't. He just had Giga Drain. So he does go for the Psychic move, but it's not Z Psychic. If it was Z Psychic, he would have looked like an Overlord. He just goes for Overdrive as Lefty throws up a Toxic. But now if it's HP Ground, it might kill. And there goes the Pex. So Volk still got 2 kills, even though like Ash-Greninja has this game wrapped up anyways. So that was in range from Bullet Punch. Does he get the burn? It doesn't matter anyway. He does get the burn, doesn't matter. He just spams Dark Pulse at this point. Lefty said GG, I guess. I mean, he's annoyed about the crit on his Mew. I don't know if there was any other hacks. But yeah, this obviously doesn't die. The bullet punch, even a crit doesn't kill. But yeah, otherwise he could go for water showing if he was in range for bullet punch, but he doesn't have to. You can just click Dark Pulse twice and the game ends here. As yeah, Kyurem after rocks easily dies. Exactly, Gren is was gonna clean out. It didn't matter. What Corona said, yeah. Just click Dark Pulse already. Oh, Leftiez is letting timer go down. Never mind then. But yeah, Hiye is gonna take the series 2-0. Congrats to him. Ash-Greninja still a gold mon. just a good, super good mon. Good god. Yeah, Kyurem. I assume this is like, it would do like 60 to 80 to Kyurem. I don't know how much exactly. Probably, but no, I don't think 60. Probably like more like 70 to 80. Ash-Greninja is so strong. I'm not gonna run the calc. I'm just gonna like head calc it. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back later with H-Cross versus Sabella. And tomorrow, CG Mons is playing versus Blunder, but I have some internet issues at the moment. So if this game goes up the day after, the Blunder game might go up before this. We will see. I just hope my net doesn't die before the Blunder game, so I can upload that fast. We shall see. But yeah, this game was, I don't know, the crit on the Mew was annoying, but how much would Explosion would have done? Like maybe 70 to the Mew, I think. Like in the end, I think Ash-Greninja won anyway. Even like I don't think the Mew prevented that. Like I'm not the biggest fan of how he plays his Coco early in the game, but I'm not here to shit talk. Leftiez is obviously a god. But I think he could have played his Coco a bit different early. Like he could have kept his Coco healthy so that Dark Pulse doesn't just sweep him later on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day and stay tuned for more ulti coverage. I also have Insurgents Let's Play 2 parts saved up, but I'm gonna upload ulti at the moment because there's so many games, and I'm gonna upload Insurgents when I don't have an upload for the day. Goodbye, friends. Bob, hope you enjoyed the series.